The city of Brigantine, 60% of our budget goes towards employees. 60% of every dollar goes towards paying employees with pensions, insurance, benefits, salaries, etc. How do they get away with that?
Well, that's very common here at the shore. And the short answer is they do it because they can get away with it, because Brigantine, along with, say, Longport, Ocean City, Avalon, Sea Isle City, Stone Harbor, I'd say maybe half to two-thirds of the homes are owned by summer residents who don't have kids in the school system. And because you don't have kids in the school system, which is the biggest expense of a community, that way the taxes don't seem that bad and compared to other places, and that's how politicians get away with it. And the other answer is what you have taxation without representation and representation without taxation, meaning that the people who pay most of the taxes are business people and out-of-town folks who can vote, but they pay most of the taxes, and the handful of people who do vote, most of them, or not most of them, but a lot of them have a relative or a friend or a spouse that has one of these soft city hall jobs. So come election day, they'll crank out the vote and get all their friends and neighbors to vote to put them back in. So it's a very, very common and easy to understand racket they got going.
What happens when almost 3/4 of the taxpayers can't vote? What do we have to do to acknowledge that that's becoming insane, that most of the people that pay taxes can't vote?
So once you know what the rules of the game are, what you can do is this. For many people who live in Philadelphia or Cherry Hill and they have homes in Brigantine, the voter laws are very liberal and are construed that your residence is really a matter of intention. So you could really have a husband and wife, have the husband vote in Cherry Hill and the wife could vote down here, or the other way around, as long as you spend substantial amount of time here and you sign a declaration that I intend this to be my home. The second thing is it's very easy to influence votes even if you don't physically cast a vote yourself. So if people have such a substantial investment in Brigantine, and really the taxes are really reaching a point of confiscation where you will actually lose your investment if we don't get these taxes under control, then maybe it should motivate you to pay attention to the local politics, to invest maybe $50 or $100 a year towards political contributions targeted towards candidates who are going to protect your interest as a taxpayer. What we had Republicans who betrayed the voters of New Jersey time after time again. I mean, the Republicans in Atlantic County were never principled conservative Republicans. It was all about grabbing the power so you could grab the contracts, grab the money, grab the jobs. And in Brigantine in particular, the big powerhouse of Brigantine politics was always Ed Klein of Klein Construction Company, which depended on these big union-built projects. Even though Republicans in Atlantic County and Brigantine in particular have the name Republican, they really have this Godfather, soprano, mafia mentality of I do you a favor, you do me a favor, pay to play, which is really repulsive to Republican principles. Because there are certain structural things that are causing these tax hikes. Number one, you have every public employee, every public school employee is forced by state law to join at least one public employee union. Teachers are forced to join 3 unions. The other reason for the tax hikes, by the way, is the fact that the property values in New Jersey are plummeting, and as the whole tax base was built on the casinos in Atlantic City, paying like 60-70% of the county tax, and all your fancy beachfront homes in Brigantine subsidizing everybody else. But as the value of those things plummeted, everybody else has to pick up their share. So it's like a perfect storm, creating a real disaster for taxpayers in South Jersey.